We've been following Governor Joe Lombardo's first bill this legislative session is centered around getting more attainable housing for the state. Tonight, we're hearing from the governor on what that would look like. Jaden Urban joins us here in the studio. Jaden, what were some of the key points the governor's pointing out?
Yeah, well, one of them the governor says is that this bill is something that his office just couldn't come up with on their own. He says that they had to talk to housing and subject matter experts, and saying that that was key for building the plan for this bill and how to exactly go about it.
Last week, the Nevada governor introduced his first piece of legislation for the 2025 legislative session, and it's focusing on attainable housing.
Affordable housing has always been a focal point of mine, but inclusive of that is what is currently going on nationwide.
This bill is a part of Governor Lombardo's plan for the Nevada Attainable Housing Act. Essentially, it's trying to gather attainable house funding that would be stored in a specific account that would then be distributed by a new Nevada Attainable Housing Council. The bill is looking to create about $250 million to the account from the state general fund. Lombardo says this will then allocate $1 billion for attainable housing over the next few years. The legislation says it's trying to offer incentives to speed up developments and attract more out-of-state contractors. The bill would also add folks making about 120 to 150% of the area median income into another tier for affordable housing,
which will support essential workers like teachers, nurses, and first responders.
The governor revealed that there are conversations happening with the Bureau of Land Management to acquire some federal land for housing. He says they have an agreement with BLM to inquire about some land that could be signed as soon as May 1st.
As I've said before, 85% of Nevada's land is managed by the federal government, which has previously limited our ability to expand on housing availability.
The Democrats have the majority in both the Assembly and the Senate. Lombardo says he's hoping to work with the party to get this bill passed, but some in the party have some issues with it.
It does nothing to address large corporations or corporate investors coming into Nevada and buying up large stocks of home, ultimately outpricing hardworking, working class Nevadans.
The bill will be heard in the Committee on Commerce and Labor tomorrow at 5 o'clock, and we'll have full coverage of the bill and the discussion both on air and online for tomorrow. Covering the story, Jaden Urban, 2 News Nevada.